I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now, right?
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll run on 1st down. O'Neal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Ready? Pilot, 64, quick. 60 outside.
On 2nd down now, O'Neal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll drop the throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now, you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
On 2nd and a couple, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, with the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
60 Pittsburgh. 50 third down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah.
He's got a man, complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 93 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
61, matchbox, slight.
Now Leonard Fournette looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. On 1st down, O'Neal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
60-or.
On 2nd down, O'Neal. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
94. Hey, 50 the mark, 50 the mark.
On 3rd down, O'Neal. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horse?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson forced out to his left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with touchdown numbers. Seven on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. 2nd and 11. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. They'll run on first down. O'Neal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Darren Lee able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and it can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit.
And this is caught inside the 5. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 3 yards out, and the Cardinals push further out in front. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we have.
Rocket, come on! Ready?
Pardon me, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. 2nd and 9 now.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brendan, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. On first down, O'Neal. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. His pass caught with the 4. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to fire one. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Let's go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Line 54.
From the gun, it's Jackson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. O'Neal. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point splits the uprights. And this is back to an 8-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
All day. 50 seconds to
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving you. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Second and 6. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On first down, O'Neal. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Jackson, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson now. That's into the hands of Edwards. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the intercept. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
To throw is Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Dancing to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. 2nd and 2. Decent start to the drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking middle, and and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Now Jackson on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start. But he's found a way so far here in the second half.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Big rip. Big rip.
They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
They'll look to throw. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second and long. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
4 down, 4 down.
Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help